I was born in Monterey, California. Father was stationed there during the Second World War before he went to Saipan in 1945. Ever since I was in 3rd grade, I wanted to be a teacher, and that never wavered. I actually graduated from college in December, and I started going to Pittsburgh State Teachers College. But the draft board said if I didn't join something, they were going to get me. So I enlisted in the Navy. I went to storekeeper school, which is a supply school. Since I was a supply person, I got to be on the first flight over to Vietnam, and I'd been told in storekeeper school that the Seabees were the most fouled up people in the world at doing supply stuff. And so I spent my time fixing all the stuff they fouled up. We got to go home on leave after we got back from Vietnam. So you had to take a puddle jumper from Gulfport to New Orleans, and then get on a real plane. And I was wandering around the airport, and it was a bunch of war protesters. And they encircled me and started screaming, "Baby killer, baby killer, baby killer." And then one of them wiggled wrong. So I back kicked him, and I knocked him over these chairs, and his head bounced on the concrete floor. And then when I turned to wander away, there was a New Orleans policeman, a military policeman, and an airport policeman. And they all had their thumbs up like that and just grinning. So I got on the plane, went home, got to see my family. I was back from Vietnam the second time, and I called up my old American history teacher because she still worked at Turner, and I told her I wanted to go out on a date. And she gave me the names of 2 ladies. And I called Nancy and I told her I'd been defending the country and she needed to go out with me. And so she agreed. And then we had 3 dates while I was on leave, and then we wrote to each other. And then when I got out of the Navy, we still dated. We just had a really good time, and then on Christmas Eve that year, I asked her to marry me, and she laughed. And I said, "Hey, listen, I'm serious now." And she said, "Oh, okay." So she agreed to marry me, and we got married on May 26th, and we've been happily married ever since. She is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I finished my master's degree, and then at the end of that I started interviewing, and I came up here to an interview and I liked everything, so they offered me a contract, and I've been here 34 years. I taught remedial reading. That's where I got my master's degree in. And I did that for the rest of my first 29 years here. And then that evidently was too expensive, so they did away with it. And since then, I've been teaching sophomore English. I went to the guy that I studied with from the time I was about 18 till I was about 23, and he taught an Okinawan-style Shorin-ryu. It had lots of contact. This isn't like Taekwondo now where there's little bitty kids jumping all over the place. No, they had pretty much, they had adult guys there. Basically, he taught us to maim, cripple, and kill people with our fingers, our hands, our elbows, our knees, and our feet. One of my favorite students is still here, Lindsay Zier. She's my happy helper, and since she was my happy helper when she was a junior in high school, clear to now, she's been my mom. She makes sure I'm not biting my fingernails. I have to call her when I get home because she wants to make sure I get there. But she's been my mom the whole time. You pretty much need to be a student the rest of your life. Not so much in the classroom, but you have to keep learning because things are going to get more complex as you go along. And the only other thing I'd say is try to stay as healthy as you can so you can have a long and happy life.
Prophets on the sidewalk begging for change. Old ladies laughing from the fire escape, cursing my name.